Hello and welcome to our first episode, maybe our first episode in 2025, season five, the Moped Outlaws. One of the things we did this week was we went out into the field, into the rain,
Yeah.
and we asked people a couple of key questions about their holiday experience. And so Greg and I thought we would share our holiday experience with the same questions for each other. And then also have you hear from some actually really interesting, amazing people who were kind enough to agree to appear on camera and on the podcast to start off season five. And
Yeah. So perfect. I love it. And so don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment and email us at the hosts at mopedoutlaws.com and talk shit. We always love hearing people degrade our character.
you can also give us hair advice if you want.
Give
Lord knows
me
we both
some,
need it.
give me some. No, you look very well groomed, Mark.
Yes, well, that's
Exactly.
because you're
See,
seeing my best side.
this is how I am, ladies. This is how I look when I wake up. So,
Awesome. Well, good morning, Grand Rising. All right, so here's my question for you, Greg. Did your Christmas holiday match or exceed your expectations? How was it?
I think it exceeded it. And Christmas Eve. So my eldest daughter, Robin, loves to travel. And Christmas Day, she took off to London and then she's down in Cape Town, South Africa right now. So Christmas Eve was the family gathering. And her friend Jochen was in San Francisco and all of us went. And Liz, the mom, she joined us. And for me, I always really appreciate when Liz is a part of the whole family scene. She's part of the family, so it's great. And we did an escape room, which I've
Ooh.
always wanted to do, and it was so badass, man. Like Jonah was feeling kind of low, like he had been sick, and Liz had had the flu. But all of our energy was just like at the end when we drew the sword out of the stone, which was the goal. Like we were just like, yeah, jumping around and hugging each other. And it was just awesome. I highly recommend an escape room experience. And I haven't done the
Virtual
um,
reality?
yeah, ones. So I'm not sure how that is. Thank you. We're a little bit of charades in the podcast here for those of you listening. Yeah. Um, but the real experience was so cool. And we happened to pick the hardest one for our first time ever for all of us, although Jochen had done one about 5 years previous. But anyway, awesome experience. And then Christmas Day, Liz texted, could she come over with the kids? I was like, yeah, definitely. You are welcome. And it was really sweet. All of us hanging out. We had some crackers, and Santa Claus came by the house. So Candy, Jonah, and I had our stockings stuffed. And there's a bad joke in there, and I'll leave it alone. We went on a walk with Marlin, and it
Marlin's a
was
dog, by the way, for those of you who don't know.
yeah, he's not a quadriplegic. Okay, so um, more bad jokes.
It
Anyway,
could have been a drag, but it wasn't. It was a walk.
boom, boom, boom. That was brilliant. Well done, Mark. You're getting better, I must say.
I
Um,
was always this good. You're just finally learning to appreciate my bad humor.
well, thank God something's changing. Um, so yeah, it exceeded my
Nice.
holiday expectations.
Um, for me, thank.
Wait, wait. I have to ask the question.
Oh,
Hey, Mark,
yeah.
did your holidays match or exceed your expectations and hopes?
Yeah, definitely exceeded my expectations. What I really wanted, I got, which was some good downtime, and I wanted to go to my girlfriend's mother's house and spend time with them and their family, and that was really fun. We decorated the tree and built a train under the tree
I
and
saw that.
Joni, my girlfriend's mom, she got a stocking, which she doesn't usually get. She's older now, and so she doesn't always get all the Christmas festivities. And so we agreed to a limited present exchange and then also stockings for each other. And that was really fun. They did a lot of puzzles and hung out and baked. And so I got to eat lots of carbohydrates and various forms of cookies. And then my girlfriend's sister and her husband hosted both Christmas Eve dinner and Christmas Day lunch and dinner. Both of those meals were amazing. We had fondue the first night and we played board games. And then Christmas Day itself was really sweet. We got out of bed late. We leisurely had coffee and then had stockings and presents. And Kathy and I teamed up and got her mom a brand new 15-inch diagonal TV for her kitchen counter because she's lives alone a lot, and what she really, really wanted was a TV for her kitchen dining room so that she could, watch her favorite shows. And that went over really well. We didn't have to buy cable thanks to Wi-Fi TV. That worked out really good. And she had all the subscriptions she needed for that. And then it was fun playing games with her family at Christmas. We went down and Christmas was tri-tip and all kinds of green beans and various goodies. And what was the dessert? Oh, we never actually got to the dessert, which was funny. It was pumpkin pie. But
Ooh.
we had it was really good because there were lots of cookies, I think is the thing is we had cookies afterwards. So yeah, it was really really relaxing and warm and um very traditional family style stuff, which was important to me. Yeah.
Well, I loved the virtual train ride that you posted. That was a lot of fun to
Yeah,
do.
for those of you who know me on Facebook, you can go and for 30 more days or 29 more days or whatever, my live train ride around the tree with my from my Facebook Live is still there and you can get a little
That
flavor
was
of that.
brilliant. I happened to pop on when it was live, and yeah, that was good fun. Nice little ride. And so, what board games did you guys play?
This uh Ticket to Ride was a it's a it's sort of like Risk but for building railroads in America. So it's set in the late 1800s, early 1900s when railroad barons are trying to negotiate getting all the throughways and building the transcontinental railroad. So you've got pieces that are color coded to you, and then there's rules about how to claim certain railroad lines, and then there's these decks of cards that give you the means to do that, and then you get extra points if you claim certain runs. So like the person who has the longest contiguous run across the United States gets extra points. Then certain cards tickets have like Pittsburgh to San Francisco, and you get like X amount of points if you complete that with your colors. And some of those lines are only single ways, and so you can get them and prevent everyone else from getting them. Some of them are double, and so only two people can do them. And then you have to go. Sometimes you might get the Pittsburgh to San Francisco, but you have to go through Montana and down to South Dakota to make it work, right? So it was fun. It was a little bit less time consuming than Risk is, but it's still a game of capitalist cost conquest of the railways.
All right.
You know,
So, do you have enslaved Chinese people? Dig into
they're
that.
implicit; they're not just specific, but
Okay.
because the game doesn't talk about those things. But it was fun, and we took turns, and everybody played, so that meant it was. A real kind of involvement.
That's
There was
awesome.
another game that I can't remember the name of, and it was cool because it was this. You know how sometimes you get those magnetic words, like you're going to do
Yes.
abstract poetry? Well, this
Yeah.
game was built around a large bag of those kinds of things. And everybody gets a little magnetic 3 by 5 little magnetic card. And then there's a card that you pull out and it has a prompt in it. And then you take and assemble, you're allowed to take, like maybe 50 or so words out and arrange them in front of you. And then everybody has 90 seconds to
Ooh.
come up with a response to the prompt. And then you all
Oh, that's
read them.
brilliant.
and pick who the winner is, which is kind of more egalitarian. But some of the things were hilarious.
That's
Like
really
the things
cool.
people said were really hilarious and poetic, and others were more graphic in their descriptions, depending on the words that they had.
Well, so were the kids playing with you guys?
There weren't any young kids. I mean, by
Oh,
kids, we're
okay.
talking people in their mid to late 20s,
Oh, okay. All right.
right?
So the
You know,
adult humor was okay for everyone
yeah, for
involved.
sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Brilliant.
And on
Brilliant.
Christmas Eve, um, we saw Santa showed up and he went around a couple of different houses in the neighborhood and dropped stuff off. And we got to walk behind Santa as because he apparently had landed the sleigh somewhere nearby, and so that was really fun to see little
That's all.
kids see Santa come in their front door. Right? Sometimes
Yeah.
he doesn't come down the chimney apparently, but that
Right.
was
Right.
that was really fun to see
That's
the little
awesome.
kids get like they were literally jumping out of their pajamas practically when
That's
Santa
fucking
walked through the
brilliant.
door. So that was really fun to witness that, and it's, jolly time was had by all.
That's brilliant. And so, what are your hopes for the year of 2025?
Ooh. Um, This was a great, I love the way our guest answered this question. And so I'm going to not answer that way.
Ooh.
It's an obvious one if you've ever seen a beauty pageant. Um, I would really love to make significant progress on the film I'm making, The Grandmother War. And by significant progress, I'd like to get pre production shots defined for the whole film and get a pre-production trailer, like previs is what they call it, sort of cut with some voiceover actors, maybe do some preliminary table reads with people. And then I'd like for my business to continue to grow and reach the levels I've been trying to get it at after 6 years, my coaching business, and have more economic freedom, um, and pay off the IRS.
The IRS likes that very much. They do, yeah.
Yeah, so will I. Like I like
Are you
basically
making
what it comes
monthly
down
payments?
to have no, I don't want to talk about the details of that. To have the opportunity to continue to serve people and make an impact in their lives while creating more and more financial freedom and space for creativity, like the film,
All right.
and do some gigs with my band Sharkbait and Illumination. Those would be fun things to do
Yeah.
and get laid more. Um,
Well, I hope that all comes to
yeah,
fruition.
what are your hopes and
And we can
aspirations
talk
for
about you
2025?
stuffing stockings at the next year's holiday recap.
Yeah. So what are some hopes and dreams you have for 2025, Greg?
Well, I'd really love for Moped Outlaws to be a revenue stream for us both so that we're like, you know, yeah, getting paid for
Doing what
doing
we love.
this. What?
For doing what we love.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's brilliant. Like we'll keep doing it because it is a labor of love. And it's not much labor, really.
And we
Um,
don't have, there's no Chinese people, indentured servants being involved in this podcast.
no, and also I remember one weekend I helped a friend like tar put on a new roof on his father's shop. It was fucking hot, and that was labor. I was a teenager then, so that's so long ago.
All right, well, let's keep it to 2025. What are things you're hoping for?
I hope I don't roof any roofs.
Okay. No roofies.
No roofies. Neither received nor given.
All right.
That was a real problem in 2024. Oh, that's bad.
There's so much of a problem I can't remember.
Um, um, yeah, financial freedom. I've enjoyed financial freedom this year, and it's not going to last. And I mean, it's kind of like at its end.
So you want
And
to continue that. So
I
that's,
want to continue that.
yeah.
Yeah,
And you're doing the work I noticed to keep that going.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I hope that I have more acting opportunities and really thrive and grow in that realm and kind of get past this element of like, am I really, where it's this sort of not nebulous, but ephemeral element in my mind, and to have it be more grounded in reality.
All right, that sounds awesome. So if you would like to see Greg do occasional monologue on Moped Outlaws to depict his acting skills, please write in with the headline, Greg's monologue, the subject line, to the hosts at Moped Outlaws. And if anyone were to do that, we would probably make Greg do at least one monologue. So keep those emails coming.
Yeah.
Anything else?
To know God within me.
I love that. I'll take that on for myself. Both those. I wish us the great success and some financial results and the opportunity to just continue to grow this podcast so that it serves to pique people's interests and tickle their funny bones. And then for the next part of the show, we want to invite you all to listen to the various guests that we spoke to. We went down with the cameras and just randomly asked people if they would come on the show, and many people were super generous with the way they shared their experiences, and there's some real surprises in there. So definitely stick around for the rest of the show and listen to what people had to say about their holiday experience and what their hopes for 2025 are. And there's no trigger warnings unless you're afraid of heights.
Sis, hallo?
Blijven.
Stuur zeker wegen dem.
Jag är inte niet jobb.
Two outlaws on the lam, taking the back roads through America.
You can't drink enough coffee for this show.
And now it's time for Monday Madness with the Moped Outlaws, Greg and Mark.
Mark, thank you for being a guest on Moped Outlaws. Just to start out, you consent to have us use your remarks on our podcast. Yes?
Feel free, sure.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
If you change your mind during this conversation, let us know.
Okay, I won't say
Fabulous.
anything that'll get me in trouble.
So This is Greg, this is Mark. One of the things that we're doing is we're going out into the world to talk to people because we think that's the most exciting podcast. We're tired of celebrities and all of that. So the question for you is, did the holidays actually match your expectations?
I tell you what, this holiday perhaps even exceeded my expectations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did that work? Why?
Well, I had 3 kids and a wife and a very ugly dog. But all the 3 kids came home from college, and we got them nice gifts. I got my wife a nice gifts. We spent a lot of good quality time together. So it was a really good vacation.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. What are you looking forward to in 2025? What are you hopeful for about the coming year?
2025, probably more of the same. I got to tell you, things have been good. But it's always family first, right? Family and the friends. Of course, finances are important with 3 kids in college. And perhaps some good free time.
So being able to maintain supporting your kids in college, having free time for yourself and them, and then just generally continuing on the path that you're on.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any major, you always, think about changing your weight situation and your health situation.
Relate to that.
Yeah, but that's important. It's part of the whole mix. I think I've been doing okay on that front. Yeah.
Got it. So from a broader perspective, more of a sociological perspective, do you have any hopes or things about 2025?
I mean, in general, I am hoping for world peace, of course.
Awesome.
There's a lot of conflict in here, almost the type of conflict I haven't seen since before I was in high school. It was the type of things that my parents talked about and their parents dealt with. But it seems things are heating up a little bit globally. So I'm hopeful that saner heads will prevail and we can have the end of some wars.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate this so much, Mark, and have a happy new year.
Thank you, sir.
Happy
All right.
New Year.
Good stuff, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you run the podcast?
It's just on our
It's
website.
everywhere.
Moped
No, it's
Outlaws.
on like,
Moped? And
it's Moped Outlaws.
Moped. And what is that exactly?
Like the thing you ride?
Yeah, I had one, but it was
Right.
like
That's exactly it.
1985.
Exactly. That's
You have a website. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we have a
For
website,
that.
and we're on, iTunes and Spotify,
Oh,
everywhere.
YouTube.
Yep, anywhere
okay.
podcasts are.
I'm not I don't have a lot of knowledge and stuff like this.
Well, we don't want a lot of knowledge. We just want you.
Gotcha.
We just want to
Okay,
know what
all right.
you think and how
Yeah.
you feel.
Okay, great.
All right, so our first question is, did the holidays live up to your hopes and expectations?
Well, I suppose so. I don't have a huge amount of that for the holidays. I kind of live my life the same way all year, meaning that I'm grateful. I count my blessings. You know, I'm 54 years old, and so I kind of treat every day that way. The way that I think a lot of people think of the holidays, like to treat people with kindness and respect and kind of, you know, do unto others as you have them do unto you. I kind of do that every day. But I do celebrate the holiday. For me, it's Christmas. And I'm happy to, you know, wish anybody happy holiday, whatever that is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Love
Thank
what
you.
are your hopes for 2025?
For myself?
For you and the world?
Oh gosh. You know that old Miss Universe, they always say world peace, so of course that. But I just hope that for the world, people can get along better. And with the technology now that we're going at warp speed, it seems to me that the world is becoming a smaller place. And so with that can be a good thing that people are no longer so far apart, you know. It seems to be, to me, that people are closer together because of all this technology. So that's one of the good things about it. And for myself, I'm hoping to, you know, have my father. I lost him about 10 years ago. I'm hoping to have his wonderful designs. I'm hoping to share those with the world. He invented the synthesizer that, among other things, is the voice of R2-D2 in Star Wars.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
What is that, a branded synthesizer?
It's the ARP 2600 modular analog synthesizer.
So
He
the
worked for
ARP
ARP.
26 was an invention of your
He
father.
designed it by himself at the age of 26. He showed George Harrison how to use one
That's
in
amazing.
1971. I was a year old, so he designed this. Myself and it were born in 1970. It debuted in 71. Now, ARP was the company, so they own your intellectual property, but the prototype is his because that has a different patent, and I have that. But he still designed it by himself. Yeah, Dennis Cullen.
So your wish is that you'd like people to know more that he had something to do with it?
Well, they know that, but he has other designs that he always wanted to share with the world, like a guitar pedal, a color wheel. It's all on my YouTube channel, and I'm trying to carry out his wishes and just, yeah, it's not really for money or profit, but his
Legacy.
wish, yes, was to share these sounds because there's still nothing else like a lot of things he did.
So what's your YouTube channel?
Elevator Babe 8.
Elevator Babe 8.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I'm the elevator babe.
mechanic.
Yeah. I'm an Otis elevator mechanic, and sometimes I get to go up on top of the Golden Gate.
How many jokes have you heard about your life's
God.
up and down?
If you tell that joke when you're trying to get in the trade, they put your application in the shredder.
Nice.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. But there's other jokes. Can I tell you one?
Sure.
Okay, I kind of made this one up. What did one elevator say to the other elevator during COVID?
I'm stumped.
I think I'm coming down with something.
Nice.
It's cute, right?
That one
cute.
pushes my buttons.
Yeah. That was good. That was good. Very
was
good.
good.
Off the cuff. Very good.
Off anyway.
Yes.
So that was a solid. We'll give you a solid 10 on
Okay,
that.
good. Great.
Well, Jen, is there anything else you'd like to say? Or
What was your father's name?
Dennis Cullen, Collin. I'm Jennifer.
Jennifer.
And I have a sister, Melissa, my little sister. Same dad. We have different moms, but
Wow.
yeah. And so I miss him all the time. He helped me with all my electrical homework when I was in the elevator school. And it was like so amazing. I was thrilled because for the first time in my life, I could kind of follow along with my father's schematics, which are incredibly intricate because they're all musical. But I've showed them to like brilliant elevator adjusters. That's the top of the food chain, the elevator people. They're the ones who fine tune like with resistance and diodes and capacitors. And same thing my dad did with electronics, but I could finally sort of read his schematics, and that was thrilling to me.
That's awesome.
So I love the elevator work itself.
That's brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. You're doing a good thing for everybody who doesn't like stairs.
That's right, and there's a lot of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I take them, but
I could take them a few. I think I could use taking them a little bit more.
I think we both could. That
a good
holiday
workout.
cheer.
Yes. Yes.
Well, have a great 2025, and thanks for participating today.
Well,
Just say your YouTube channel again one more time.
Elevator Babe 8, number 8.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's local 8 I belong to, and 8's my favorite number too. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah. Very nice meeting you.
Very nice meeting you.
Yeah. Happy holidays to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on Moped Outlaws. Today we're asking the question, did the holidays this season meet your expectations? And how did it feel?
Are you already?
Yeah, we're already rolling.
Oh, okay.
Everything's happening. It's happening. It's easy.
Yeah, it was great. I really wanted to just do like a staycation, not go anywhere, not travel. And my sister lives nearby. I have kids, she has kids. We were all able to get together.
Nice.
It was lovely. We cooked a lot. I love cooking. She loves cooking. And, just having the kids all together was fantastic.
What was the meal you liked cooking the most?
Let's see. Gosh, what did I make?
The cinnamon rolls?
We did, I actually did make cinnamon rolls from scratch. I'm a hardcore bread baker, so I did a lot of different loaves. I did like a Japanese milk bread because we actually just went to Japan this year.
Wow.
I wanted to try to recreate some of the stuff we tried while we were there.
Yummy.
So do you have a sourdough?
It's a little sweeter, that one. You definitely add sugar to that one. And then obviously the cinnamon rolls too.
Yeah.
And you have a sourdough starter?
I do not, no.
Okay.
I just have yeast.
Okay.
Just yeast.
All right, so the second question we're asking is, as you think about yourself and your family, but then also the bigger picture, what are your hopes and aspirations for 2025
Can I curse?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I'm really hoping that next year is not a complete shit show. I feel like this year was a lot. It was a lot with the election. There was a lot of drama. There was a lot of anxiety from everywhere. And I'm really hoping that people just step up and kind of, do the right thing.
So not a shit show would look like for you.
Not a shit show. I just feel like this is a really tough time for a lot of people. The economy is really tough. Employment is really tough. I think a lot of people are really struggling. And so, I want to see everybody employed and having an income and being able to support their families. And, I'm nervous about things like education being defunded, social services being defunded, that sort of thing.
Got it. So a true wish for humanity to be safe and healthy and happy.
Yeah, I think everybody should be allowed to kind of prosper in their own way and not just a handful of rich guys.
Yeah.
So.
Got it. That's beautiful. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to add as you think about 2025 and your hopes and dreams? Something personal, maybe?
Oh my gosh. I wish I was that wise.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one.
I just really want kind of, I don't know. I do want to say something deep and meaningful, but I feel like the pressure of saying something is like too much. But
it can be light and nonchalant.
I'm not a soundbite person, but
well, it sounds very heartfelt, and that's deep and meaningful. Being willing to say, I want to say something heartfelt,
I do.
and not throwing out just a soundbite.
Exactly.
That's actually really powerful. Thank you for that.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being on Moped Outlaws.
Have fun.
All right. We will.
I look forward to looking you guys up.
All right, ready?
Katie, right?
Yep.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us today on Moped Outlaws.
Sure.
We're asking people whether the holidays this year met their expectations or not.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. How so? Can you say more about
Family. I was around a lot. All my kids came home, which was fabulous. And I got to spend it with my parents. It was great. Yeah, it was just a festive holiday this year. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So joy and all, no unmet expectations or
No drama this year.
That's awesome.
For once.
Maybe it'll keep happening.
Maybe.
Fantastic. And then what are your like dreams, hopes for yourself or for your family or for
Peace.
the planet?
Peace for the planet, humanity, just kindness, and people to be happy. People are unhappy right now and grouchy.
Unhappy and grouchy?
Yeah, and I think we need to get back to a state where people are happy and want to help each other and love each other, and a little bit of peace.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
So I see it says Roxy on your hat and Bowie on your shirt. Do you think that music and dancing is a big part of how people could be more happy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dance.
Yeah, move your body.
Absolutely. I dance every Friday night with my hubby.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you guys go?
Our house.
Oh, really?
We have a disco party.
Nice.
Not kidding.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
But yeah, you gotta live. You gotta live.
It's beautiful.
Live in the moment.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being on Moped Outlaws
That
and
was
for sharing your
exciting.
vision for the future.
Recording stopped.